And welcome to this sacred and quiet space. Just to breathe, just to relax and be with you. So just join me for some deep breaths. Just relaxing, breathing, tummy pushing out. And just be conscious of letting go of all your tensions. Being conscious of what you're breathing in, not only oxygen, but the crystalline atoms that are always floating in the air, serving us, serving our light body. Just feel yourself relaxing and getting quieter. It's not often we give ourselves this quiet time. And it's so important to get to know you. And in particular, that part of you that is steering the ship, if you allow. If you choose to let go of control of the human dreams, the success and failure in the game. We've been doing this for a long time, but it's time to step out of this type of living, taking all the wisdom gained, all the vulnerability, and all the compassion learnt from seeing all the suffering, literally learning what our body and mind cannot go through anymore, don't want. Enough. So just relaxing and just allowing your body, mind, spirit to come together in a harmonious alignment. You can imagine it as 3 strands weaving through each other. Because if you think about it, well, don't think about it, but if you feel into it, everything is energy. You can't see your spirit or your mind. The only thing that is, or that has become so dense, is your body, your brain, where they think the mind is. let them keep thinking that. So just allowing you to be all that you are. Consciousness. Having a body consciousness, a mind consciousness, and spirit consciousness. All coming together in this vessel to experience more enjoyment, more sensational experience. If you can imagine all your senses, the 5 senses and the 6th sense of the heart knowing, but if every sense becomes so heightened, what could you sense then? But what stops us now from truly enjoying is all the rules, limitation, but for now we just allow. Also allowing any trauma that you're feeling, body or mind, depression, pains, allowing them to be seen by you. The body, mind and spirit. Not to judge, not to fix, not to do anything with, analyze. Just to observe. And like a mother watching her children, just to love unconditionally. So if there is a place that you are concerned with, worried about, niggles, just focus on this place. And maybe you can ask it to express anything that it feels necessary. And with your focus, you're putting energy into this space. So imagine this space getting bigger and bigger. So actually you're allowing this trauma to get bigger and bigger. Asking it to express if it would like. But it's not necessary. Because you're just there, loving it. No matter what it is, knowing that it is nothing that you have done wrong. It is not you, it's energy that you've probably experienced at some time in your life. that has been forgotten, put under the carpet. Because that's how we were told to live. But because now we are breathing in so much light, all the crystalline atoms are come to bring more light to your physical body. The light is shining on all the old traumas and pains. Because there is no room, we cannot take these traumas and pains with us. Now when I say we can't take them with us, where are we going? We are heightening our vibration so that we can travel into the different dimensions, the lighter dimensions. So you can imagine if you're heavy and dense with all the baggage, it's not possible, and we keep ourselves anchored here. So this whole process of integration is allowing all the aspects, all the roles we've ever played, millions and millions of roles, all the trauma that we've experienced, it's all coming back into this physical body. And you might ask why. But it's because the focus in this lifetime is your body. You are here. At the same time, being multidimensional, you have millions and millions of roles you are playing out. So you could say, if we look linearly at, for instance, 200 years ago, and you were living then, we think it was 200 years ago in the past, but actually you are living now in another dimension. So the same world as this, but a different dimension, playing out that role. So all the suffering and trauma that you are undertaking, you are feeling now also. Because we are getting lighter and lighter, all quite naturally, with thanks to the sun. So all these parts of us are coming back home now. But they're bringing back the trauma, which is interfering with our physical body. Our physical body doesn't really know what to do. And in fact, I've had it's like radiation burning on my legs, but it got really quite bad. So I went to the doctor and had the blood test, everything was fine. And he's put me on antihistamines. And they helped. So what was happening, and he could see that in my blood, was what was all the light that's coming into my body, the radiation, my immune system was trying to take care. It was actually fighting to get the radiation away instead of allowing it to become too much. So this trauma that's coming back now because of the light shining on, it's coming up. I've had to really focus in on it. And I recently wrote a blog about it. But the quick thing is just tuning into my space. I have to remember that I am truly not separate from all that is. And we all, just like our family, we have a family here. We also have a spiritual family that have always guided us through all the lifetimes. We help each other. But this lifetime, we are here and they are watching over us. Now, somewhere along the line, I had completely shut all that off. I didn't, it's as if I wanted that separation. So anyway, so what I understood from looking at my trauma is that I needed to open up to the fact that my energy was not separate from my spiritual family. So I could invite them in and help me just breathe with this trauma, because it was a big trauma and it wasn't necessary to go into details. That is not what it's about. It's just about loving it, knowing it's there, allowing all of you to just be there for yourself. And slowly I felt a new flow coming, quite special when you do focus on a trauma. And I just knew, with thanks to all of me, all of my spiritual family, that we could do this together. Now, much more I gained insights into this trauma, so that is my way of noting it down. I blog every week, but you can write down in a journal about things just to put everything into perspective. So when we allow our trauma just to be there, that we're not fighting it, we're not going to fix it, because there is nothing to fix. There's only love, and love, your love, will absorb the trauma and release this aspect of you from service. So the roles, they all serve us to learn about experience. And that part of you is then part of the wisdom. It's always difficult to explain because it's quite mind-boggling. But being multidimensional, we mustn't forget that we are so much more than we can just see. We have so much depth. So many dimensions live within us. But because we are moving higher and higher, so we can actually literally walk through walls and wobble as translucent, it's necessary to digest all the trauma and pain. So it's not you've done nothing wrong, it's just needing attention. Pain always rings or knocks on your door. So listen, So it's so essential to have this quiet me time for yourself. So just coming back to your space, focusing on it. Just allowing the love you are, the I am presence, all that is, the part that you are God too. And I suppose if you're Christian, this is the time to invite the Jesus part, but we can also to help you just love this trauma if you feel it's being stubborn and there's something that you need help with. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. We don't have to do it all ourselves. So keeping the intention that you want to heighten your vibration to be true love, light, with all the human wisdom and vulnerability, to truly go out on this next adventure beyond the mind, beyond the trauma. It's all possible. And it's all happening now. And you can know that wherever you are now, it's perfect timing, perfect place, always. You're never doing anything wrong. So you can just breathe. Breathe in that knowing that you are so perfect. Welcoming in the trauma, allowing its release. It needn't be anymore. And poof, it's gone. And it goes so easily now. But you have to be very intentional. You have to know that you are very powerful. So powerful that with your consciousness, the raw energy of atom light, you could cause a nuclear accident or whatever they call it. And this is why it has taken so long for this shift to be able to happen, because humanity just wasn't in the right mind to be able to embrace all this raw power. You can imagine it has to be for the good of all, for the good of you. And this is how magnificent you are. We can't imagine the riches you are, the colours, the vibrancy. And all this is coming into play if you allow it to unfold. So it's like we really need now to focus on integrating all our aspects. If trauma comes up in the bodies, we need to deal with it. And keep that vision high. Keep our excitement high. Keep playing. So whatever you love to do, do it. So painting, writing, dancing, singing, all the lovely things that keep you vibrant, just do them. And this keeps us vibrant and keeps us moving. If we start going into the game, the judgments and the doubts, we stop everything. The worry, paying the bills, we stop everything. We just have to allow it all. Trust that our divine self will or has a plan for everything. Everything will be taken care of. Everything that you need. Yes. So just continuing to breathe and just knowing this trauma is here for you to acknowledge and embrace. And as soon as you know enough, the trauma will release itself. You don't have to do anything. Just love yourself. And maybe if you're working too much, you need to rest, play a little more, have that bath. Have that walk in nature. Drink more water. Eat better food. Lighter food. I've actually found that my weight is going down as well. So I know that all the muscles and cells, they're truly vibrating in a different way, which is really exciting. Okay. So just be conscious of the way you breathe, the way you connect to the earth, to the skies. Because only when we're connected to the cosmos and the earth can we truly flow. We work together. We need each other. The cosmos are watching us. The earth is loving us, and we are looking after her, taking over responsibility. So be very conscious of how you connect. I was shown about 9 or 10 years ago, and I wrote in my book, from almost the figure of 8. And I've always used that, and I didn't truly realise how important it was to flow my energies. It's a new way. Because quite recently I was sometimes putting down roots. Sometimes they teach you in meditation, or so when I go to a meditation they say put your roots down, and but this was old energy consciousness. Yes, it used to work, but mine, I saw they'd all rotted away. It's like that part of me was obsolete. So this breathing in the figure of 8 was my way of flowing. with consciousness. So just imagining this and breathing, I'm connected, and it can be very simple. Okay, yes, that's it. And I hear my ears change in vibration. I thought, so I love you. Thank you so much for being with you, for finding yourself so important, and going through this, natural shift of consciousness. So until next time, be good. Cheers, Debs.